right now, your OpenClaw is operating at probably 1% of what it can actually do. And in today's video guide, I'm going to be showing you how to make your OpenClaw 10,000 times stronger than it is today. And I know that that might sound overkill, but by the end of this video, you're going to be able to connect your OpenClaw to anything. You're going to be able to scrape everything, and you're going to be able to automate flawlessly whatever you so want to. And I've also made it a point to create 7 different workflows that you can use for your OpenClaw. I basically built them with business owners, creators, or anyone willing to sell more service, to make more money, or to simply grow their brand. So if that sounds interesting to you, then let's dig right into it. All right, so here we see our little Miro here. You know that I love my Miros. It takes forever to create. I'm not like the other creators that simply tell their OpenClaw to create an Excalidraw file for them, which they then slap into Excalidraw and then they read on top of that. No. We create our things from scratch so that we can be real. Cool. So I just want to start here by saying that out of the box, right, OpenClaw is great. You have it as your personal assistant. It does things for you, but it kind of feels a little bit like Jim Carrey. It's a little bit off. It could be so much more, because what is the point of OpenClaw if everything that you're doing could basically be done with Claude Code? So let's make it 10,000 times stronger than it is today so that you can start making more money and feel a little bit more like Sam Altman. So let's just jump into it, right? OpenClaw, right? It can do automations for you. It can do scraping. It can do browser automation, and you can do reasoning between steps. You can have workflows, cron jobs that run automatically on a schedule. This is all great. And you can do the same for Claude Code as well, right? It can cook. But there's a catch here. Like out of the gate, if you're doing this with Claude Code, or if you're doing this with OpenClaw, it is not going to be able to do that on a large scale. And that's because, well, one, your token cost is going to be humongous. Secondly, it's just not built to be a scraper. Like if you were to do this through a browser relay with the extension, for example, kind of like if you were to use the Claude extension, it is slow. It takes forever and it eats up tokens if you decide to do it that way. So I've teased you enough. Let's solve that issue, right? We're going to be all happy cat. And that's the video I got for you today. So in the description below, I have linked a GitHub repository. And I've also linked my website where you can do a search, where you can give your OpenClaw access to 10,000 different APIs. I think there's actually 15,000 or 20,000 APIs. You can give your OpenClaw access to these APIs right now today, just by clicking in that link. And in there, you can send it to your Claude Code, and you're going to be able to make power of 10,000 different scrapers, skills, actions, MCPs that you're going to be able to leverage into workflows. And if you don't know what an API is, an API, or application programming interface, it's a set of rules or protocols that enable software applications to communicate with each other and exchange data, features, and functionality. That is the scientific terms. Basically, your OpenClaw can connect to a service or something that does something for you that you want. So for instance, you can connect to my solution called So Scripted, where you can get transcriptions from any sort of video. Now, the APIs I'm going to provide you today are actually going to be able to do this as well. So I'm kind of being stupid for giving you this, but hey, let's make your OpenClaw 10,000 times stronger so that you can sell your services, so that you can sell workflow automation as a service, for example. You can automate your business more. You can get more clients. You can grow your personal brand. And hopefully, like, I cannot cover everything inside of this video, but the idea is for you to get inspired, search through the database, find what you can connect to, and then make your wildest dreams come true with whatever API you want to use. So what we're going to use here is something called Apify. If you're not aware what Apify is basically a solution where people and also their platform has built custom scrapers, custom skills, custom MCPs, so that you can integrate that with whatever solution or programming that you're doing to basically get information that you've never had access to before. And especially if you want that at a large scale, so you can get That, for instance, if you were to do, let's say, 100 different businesses scraping that from Google Maps using OpenClaw or Claude Code, well, you would get like 100 businesses perhaps, and that would take it quite a while. It would cost you tokens and so on and so forth. If you were to use Apify, well, you would be able to get, let's say, 1,000 businesses, and it would take you 2 seconds to do that, depending on, right? Don't quote me on that. It could take longer. So let's jump into the GitHub. All right, so inside of this GitHub, you're going to be able to basically find whatever sort of API that you want. And you can even send this list to your OpenClaw and have it go through it to find APIs that are viable with your OpenClaw. And all you have to do really is just say, hey, Open, or whatever, hey, please look at this GitHub and find me APIs to automate X, right? Automate whatever you want. And you can do multi-step workflows as well. I have also published this on my website. If that's easier, maybe you want to find something for Facebook, you're going to be able to find different APIs for that. I have, however, not implemented all of the different ones, and the search function is not 100% reliable as well. But if we do lead, for example, you will be able to find lead scrapers, you will be able to use whatever. On top of that, you could also just go directly to Apify, which I've also linked to in the description below. So with that in mind, let's now jump into how you can connect these APIs to your OpenClaw so that you can do this en masse, right? So once you go into Apify and you click the link in the description and you log in, you want to go into your settings and click on API and integrations. Here you will be able to find your API token. We're going to copy that, and I'm going to show you how to connect it to your VPS and also your local server, since we're doing multiple setups right now. So inside of Hostinger, which you're probably using because you probably watched my video or someone else's video on the setup, you're basically just going to go into your Docker manager. You're going to go into projects, and we can click that. And you're going to go into manage. And inside of manage, you're going to go down to environment. And here you're going to click on plus environment. And you're going to basically make Apify underscore API underscore key. And then you're going to paste your API key in that and save and deploy that to your server. Now, whenever you're referencing or talking to OpenClaw, you're going to be able to say, hey, I just added my Apify API key. Let's connect and use whatever service or scraper that you connected to. All right, so if you want to connect it to your local setup, now you can log into your local setup or whatever. I'm right now on the screen of my MacBook Pro. So I'm not going to do this right now, but all you have to do is just say, hey, OpenClaw, please add my Apify API key to my embed document. Here it is. And then you just paste your API key. If you're alone on your server. Now, if you're not alone, you want to go into your local and you want to go into your OpenClaw folders and find your env file where you will be able to add your credentials. And you just do the same thing as you did on Hostinger, but in a written file, basically. And once that's done, well, you've got your Apify API key installed. After that, I recommend you go through whatever services you want to do. So for instance, we're going to go through Instagram scraping, Google Maps scraping, Instagram scraping, TikTok, Reddit, leads finding, website crawling, Facebook ads library, and a little bit more. So if you want to use a service through the MCP, here's how I recommend you do. You basically go into any sort of Apify scraper or MCP or anything that you want to use, and you click on API, and you go to MCP configurator. Now, what this is going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to add or remove actors that you basically have in your account. So you select everything that you kind of want to connect, and then you can select all of whatever, right? Let's connect all of these, for example. And then you want to scroll down. You want to have basically select all of these things so you can have all of these functions available for your MCP. And now, what you want to do is you want to go to the JSON config here. You take this file right here. You can add your API token as well. And then you copy this over. And now you can go into your OpenClaw. Make sure you are on Opus 4.6 before you do this, because now you're going to change your config file through your settings or through your OpenClaw chatbot, right? So you take that text, you add your API token, or you can just say that it's in your env file, and you send that to OpenClaw and tell it, set up this MCP server, and it's going to do that for you. And now you're going to have access to all of these options right here. That is basically how you do that. There's both ways you can do. You can also do it manually. If you go into your gateway inside of your hosting or inside of your local, you can also add it directly to the raw config files there. But I recommend, because there's going to be so many comments and errors where they brick their setups, just simply add it into your OpenClaw setup and let OpenClaw handle it. But make sure you're on 4.6 so it's actually good. Awesome. So now, guys, finally, let's jump into the workflows that I've got for you today. And keep in mind that all of these workflows are going to have additional steps, setup points, and you're going to have access to this whole Miro in the description below. I am currently working on setting up these workflows so you can basically just copy and paste my whole setup inside of my school group. And if you want to join the school, just click below and check that out. Awesome, let's jump into it. So workflow number 1 is Google Maps Outbound. And it works very simply like this. You're going to use the Google Maps scraper from Apify. And what is going to happen is that you're going to do an automatic trigger every week, every day, up to you, where it's going to basically search by niche and by city. And it's going to pull the business name, website, phone address, Google rating, and reviews. And what you're going to be able to do here is going to be able to add that. Well, it's also going to be able to get you the email as well. And if you don't get the email, then you just use something like, well, the lead finder plugin, which you can find inside of Apify as well. It's going to get added to Google Sheets. So you can basically have all the results land there. We're going to structure this ready, name, contact, site, rating, and so on. And then what is going to happen through this automation is you're going to use a browser relay or built with, and it's going to visit each website and then check what their tech stack is. What tools are they using, or what tools are they missing? And then you're going to be able to basically use OpenClaw to find the gaps and write pitches to these companies. Now, here is where you would sell your automation, a chatbot, a service. You find whatever they're missing and help them implement that. And you can then use the hype of AI agents in your favor to sell them, well, obviously a good service as well. And yeah, so it's going to find the tech gaps, write a personalized outreach for each lead based on what they're missing, and then send that outreach on your behalf. Now, you can do this in many ways, but one of them is just connected to a dedicated email box. However, then you also need to set up verification. You need to set up your DKIM. You need to send up a lot of things to make sure that your email is actually warmed up. So before you do that, I would recommend you checking out something like SapMail to get a warmed up domain already running so that you can send emails through that. You could also potentially use a service like Instantly, which also has an API key where you can use that to send emails. Be careful, don't send more than 20 emails per day. If you're gonna send cold outreach through your own inbox, I recommend doing less than 10. Cool. So what is gonna happen here, and how can you make it even stronger, right? You can make it a lot stronger by adding something like the North Star framework, which I've linked inside of the document as well. I think I'm going to make a dedicated video on this, but this is basically a whole document about you, your history, your businesses, your ICP, how you talk, your audience, their pain points, everything. And I am going to launch a automated way for you to collect all of this data and make that process 100 times easier inside of the school group. So hey, check that out if you want. Right now it's $9. It's going to go up in price the moment I start adding more modules to it. Anyway, I don't want to plug too much. You do as you want. But the North Star framework, you can download it for free in the description below. And you're going to dump everything about you, your voice, everything. And for your OpenClaw, before sending emails, make sure you give it a lot of context on what is a good email. How can you send that? And I'm going to be making a document about this as well, but this is for another time and another video. For now, we have more workflows to go through, so let's jump into the next one. It's a B2B leads outbound workflow, and this workflow is actually one that I've used before for my business whenever I wanted to run cold email. But now with OpenClaw, you can make it a lot more powerful. And actually, any sort of workflow that we're running here today, you can run that with Claude Code as well. So here we want to use the Lead Finder Apify API basically. And it starts with the lead finder, which is going to search by keyword, industry, and location and return email, LinkedIn, company details, and job title for you. And obviously, you should connect more than one source here as well to make sure that you can get even more data, because some of this data might just be outdated or something like that, or it has been already emailed a ton of times. But this is a different offer because you're going to set up an offer which is going to help you sell AI agents or sell AI services or automation workflows, find pain points in boring businesses and come in and fix that for them, right? This is the way to make money with AI right now, unless you want to set up a SaaS service, which everybody's going to be able to create in one prompt anyway later down the line. Cool. It's going to add that to Google Sheets, and the leads are basically saved and organized where you have a clean list ready for OpenClaw to work through. OpenClaw is going to research the lead. It's going to look up each company before writing anything and understand their stage, their size, and situation. You can use the tech as well. You can research their profile to find stuff that you can personalize your pitch with. And it's going to write a custom pitch where you're going to be able to sell your agent's services, automations, chatbots, workflows, website mockups, whatever fits. Right now, there's an opportunity where you can basically make a website mockup in 50 cents or $1. Where it's just a mock-up. You can be like, hey, I noticed that you don't have a website or your website is looking kind of bad. Here's a new website mock-up for you. And if you want to build it out more, just let me know. These things, like a lot of people are not even aware that you can make websites right now in one shot, especially old and boring businesses. And the best part is if they have images, if they have content on their website already, you can basically use all of that to spin up a completely new website that is beautiful with images because they already have it. But their website is old and boring and bad, but the one that you make, good, fast, and sexy. Send that outreach, email or LinkedIn DM send specific to them, no mass blast at all. So that is that system and workflow. And as said, I'm working on these workflows to share with the community so that I can teach everybody how to sell their services and everything. But everything is so new and I need to make videos. I need to educate my school. I need to take care of my life, my agency. I still run a pretty big agency as well. So I'm really sorry if I cannot add more. I really wish I could, but for now, this is going to have to do. I hope you don't mind. Cool. Let's jump into workflow number 3. And I just want to say, make sure you stick around until workflow number 6, because that one is pretty freaking crazy. So workflow number 3, we're going to use the Instagram scraper. You're going to basically scrape Instagram, post last 30 posts from any creator, captions, hooks, formats, likes, and comments. And then you're going to find hooks, concepts extracted that's going to extract that from your favorite creators so that you can basically collect their high engagement posts, what hook styles works, what topic and what format, add that to your OpenClaw database. And if you watch my setup video, which I'm going to link up in the top here, then you know that you're going to have QMD so that you can search through all of your knowledge files with ease. And yeah, that gets saved to your knowledge base. Everything is stored in OpenClaw's memory and it builds over time as you have more creators come on. Or as you send creators, right? It's going to write your script. And at first, this script is going to be horrible. What you're going to do is you're going to take that script, you're going to add it to CapCut on your phone, and you're going to use the teleprompter feature, and you're going to be able to read off of this script. Make sure you add some improvisation. You switch your camera angle, and you add whatever images you have to the actual final edit, and you're going to be able to create new awesome videos. And whenever you do that process, you're going to be like, I was saying this thing that didn't really work for me. I don't really feel like that's how I want to work, or that's not something that I would say. So let's never say that again. OpenClaw saves that, and now you never say that again. And also, hey, you can do the same process with Claude Code as well. So New content ready to film, script ready, send creator URL. Oh yeah, and this is also a nice thing that I added here, is that you can send a creator URL from whenever you're scrolling. Let's say you're in bed, you're almost falling asleep, and you're scrolling through Instagram, and you find this awesome video, and you're like, wow, this concept is so good, and I could definitely do something like this for my audience. You basically click on share that to your Discord channel, because you set it up using my method, so that you can send that to your video channel, which is gonna transcribe that video for you, save that to your knowledge base and for this video, so that you can check it out tomorrow with a new finished script that you can record just like that. And that is something that I'm working and doing this right now. Awesome. So workflow number 4, it's for TikTok. It's the same stuff. You can find it inside of the Miro. It's the same thing as Instagram, just TikTok. So we're going to skip this one ahead. All right. Workflow number 5 is Twitter and X. So it basically is find viral tweets, turn into real scripts, right? So you're going to basically scrape Twitter based on keyword or account, and it's going to pull the tweets by the keyword, account, hashtag, sorted by likes and engagement. This is amazing. This is exactly what we want, because we want the top tweets sorted by likes, so we can find what is gaining momentum right now for our keywords or industries, right? For me, that would be OpenClaw, AI, e-commerce, SEO, these type of things, right? And then OpenClaw is going to basically pick the best angles for those and basically kind of fill in the gap. So we want to use what I like to call complex reasoning. This means that OpenClaw is going to save this to a database and then use complex reasoning with itself to understand, okay, this is what OpenClaw can do, or this is what I can do, and this is what my humans business can do. I'm going to use complex reasoning and reason here on how we can spin this whole methodology of what it has been scraping from Twitter into a spin that works for you, right? And you're going to fine tune that over time as you keep talking to OpenClaw. And you're going to select the tweets with the strongest short form video potential, cut the rest. Real script is written, and you're going to, rewrite each tweet as a reel. Hook, insight, CTA, one viral tweet means multiple content pieces. And this is amazing. It's a really, really good workflow if you can get it working, which I said I am going to share these inside of my school group, and you can lock in your price at $9 per month right now. That is going to go up to $49 the moment I release more stuff. So keep that in mind. Okay, the holy grail, one of the holy grails of this video, workflow number 6, which I think is going to make a lot of people a lot of money if they do it right. It's a little bit hard to do, but you have to know SEO for it. But basically, you have a Google Trend Scraper where you can build sites, affiliate offers, and niche content based on what's trending, right? So you're going to use the Google Trend Scraper through Apify. And so it does a daily scan of Google Trends, and it will basically find spot topics spiking before they go mainstream. And basically, you're going to get an early signal, which is going to give you an early mover's advantage, right? You can read. So I'm not going to read it too well. So rising trend identified. This means a topic is growing fast, but not yet saturated, right? And the window is before everybody's rushing in. And it's going to find you some pretty crazy things. And what you're going to be able to do is then ask it, hey, can you go out and find me affiliate offers around this topic or around this new thing? Or you can say, hey, go to Amazon and research me products in this space that would fit to this topic. Or go out, find me what I can create a service for within this space, right? Have OpenClaw identify gaps in the market that do not exist based on rising trends, and then go out and build that using Claude Code and OpenClaw together. And OpenClaw is basically going to research and plan. And I say research and plan here is a little bit vague, but we want to do a competitor analysis, and you can do this very easily with OpenClaw and web scraping, which we're going to talk about later in the workflow. It's going to check the monetization potential, competition level, best approach, site, affiliate, or content, right? Or whatever, service as well. Claude Code is going to build the site. I don't want you to build these sites using OpenClaw, because you might, if you're on a Claude Code plan, then you might as well use Claude Code. If you are very budget conscious, then I recommend that you use Kimi2K to build out your MVPs, and then you can start using more expensive models to basically build it out and refine it, right? So it's going to spin up a niche site, affiliate page targeting the trend, and it can even build multiple in parallel. But the things you got to keep in mind, you got to buy your domain name. You also got to buy, well, hosting through Versal if you build it through Cloud Code. But there are multiple ways that you can do. Not all trends require an affiliate offer or a niche site or whatever. And actually, I did share in my school group just now how I ranked 2 websites on Google in 24 hours using Cloud Code. And I've gotten over 300 clicks so far to my websites. I'm going to leave that case study in the description below as well, so you can take part and just check that out and yeah, see how you like it basically. So yeah, if you know SEO, go for a niche site. You can build out these niche sites so fast right now. If not, you can also do something called parasite SEO. Parasite SEO means that you're basically using the authority of other big websites to launch an offer on. This requires a little bit of money in beforehand, but you can do something called social media parasite SEO, which is that you go on all the big social media websites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, dig.com, reddit.com, and you basically start talking about these emerging topics before everybody else is doing it, so that you can start ranking for those keywords with your offer, your service, or whatever, selling that thing. There are a million ways that you can leverage this workflow right here, but I'm gonna make it short. And we're going to talk more about inside of the school. So published early equals ranked early. Be a first mover. You can capture the traffic surge when that becomes more mainstream. And with OpenClaw, you're going to be able to capture it the day it happens, the moment it happens. Right. Cool. That's workflow number 6. Right. Workflow number 7 is very interesting, but this is more for people that are already established, and it goes like this. You're going to use the FB ads scraper. It's going to find all the running ads from your competitors, Facebook pages, videos, images, copy formats, everything. It's going to save that into your knowledge base locally. It's going to save that into your knowledge base, and you're going to have your competitors' full ad history in one place. What is live, what ran before, how long it ran. Whenever something updates, it's going to be able to capture that from the knowledge, the scraper again, and yeah, save it to the knowledge base. Once you have it saved, it's going to be organized by format, hook type, offer, image, whatever. It can also, OpenClaw can also read what is on the image so that you can then replicate that, extract those elements, and create something using Nano Banana. And I am going to create a video on how we can do unlimited Facebook ads using OpenClaw and also Cloud Code. So if you want to check that out, make sure you subscribe. A lot of stuff is coming. I have 1,000 ideas, but I just need to find time to organize everything and actually record it. OpenClaw is finding what's working, and longest running ad equals winning ads. Extract the hook structure, offer framing, and CTI pattern. Apply that to your ads, and that's basically ad frameworks ready to use. Now you can also implement your ads manager and then start updating these things automatically. Well, I am gonna get to that. I am also gonna be publishing how to do these things as well. So that means you're going to have proven ad structures adapted to your campaigns, feed into Nano Banana or your ad workflow, start mass publishing, testing, capture all of the data from your ads manager, have your OpenClaw or Cloud Code regurgitate or not regurgitate. Basically, think about how is that going every single day and then find you the winners. All right. Now, if you want to have access to the workflows I'm going to be creating in the next coming days and next coming months for both Cloud Code and also OpenClaw, you can right now join the Operator Vault for $9 per month. The price is going to go up to $49 and then eventually $99 whenever I have my next modules created. I am working on them right now. You can lock in your lifetime price right now, or you can wait if you feel like. Inside of the group, you're going to have direct access to me. You can ask any questions. You're going to have coaching, and basically we're going to do troubleshooting for whatever. You also have access to my case studies and also the written guides for everything that I'm doing before I record the videos. Cool. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Your time really means a lot to me. And the goal is never to be a guru in these videos. Like, I am building and I'm sharing with you guys. And if you guys find that helpful, just subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. It means the world to me. You don't have to give me money, but you can give me money if you want. That's up to you. Cool. Have a beautiful one. Take care, guys.